Hello, Pisces. Okay, your energy is very, very, very heady. I feel very spacey, very floaty with it. So please excuse me if this reading turns out to be a little bit out there. I'm just looking at my ephemeris, and I'm not seeing anything major happening for you at the moment. So when does the moon go into Pisces? Not until Saturday the 13th. So you've got a week before the moon starts pottering around in your chart again. Yeah, not a huge amount going on for you there astrologically that I can see at the moment. So your song Pisces is Queen of New Orleans by Bon Jovi. So it is absolutely coming in with that very heady quality of going out on a night out, getting a little bit drunk, everything getting a little bit surreal. I kind of had this for Capricorn as well this week. They had this whole going off into the desert, like having a spiritual experience thing. So maybe you and a Capricorn have been up to something, I don't know. But yeah, if you watch the video to that song, that Bon Jovi song, it's kind of like the camera's all kind of spinny and psychedelic-y, and it's just coming through with like having a bit of a almost like an out-of-body experience of kind of having a night out or having some kind of experience where, you know, it's everything's a little bit surreal, everything's a little bit, was that a dream? It was almost like a dream. Did that happen? Did that not happen? You know, flashes of memory. So I'm not sure what we're going to get for you. I'm going to jump straight into the reading because it's hard for me to kind of pick things out. It does feel like that kind of, it's funny because Aquarius just had the Bardo, which talks about that kind of liminal space between reality and dreams, you know, the in-between, the kind of, the area of the High Priestess card. I kind of like not quite awake, not quite asleep. Am I dreaming? Am I not dreaming? Energy. I'm just seeing like fuzziness or like glitter. When I'm shutting my eyes, it's just like glittery or fuzzy, almost like you know, on an old TV screen when there was no signal, and you'd get kind of like the they're going, they're here. I think that's just my guys having a joke with me. You know, with the fuzzy like black and white of a TV set that's got no signal, but it's glittery. It's like shimmery. Gnosis. Anything else for Pisces, please? I did see the Mirror and the Orphan. Shapeshifter. Capricorn had that as well, I feel. And the Temple in reverse. Okay. Somebody may be feeling a little bit spiritually disconnected. Somebody may have to spiritually disconnected as well in the temple. You know, people say your body is a temple. It's almost like how I was talking about that out-of-body experience, or like seeing yourself in the third person. I'm kind of getting that. It's like almost like spiritual disconnect from your physical body and your soul, your spirit. It could be like astral projecting, or an out-of-body experience, like a near-death experience, or just a weird dream state where you kind of, you know, sometimes when things are happening to you, you can disconnect, right? It's like it's almost like a body reflex to be like, nope, I'm out of here. So it's like your physical body may be in a certain place, but you may be disassociating by escaping into some kind of fantasy or dream space. Be wary of that. I'm not even sure at this point where this reading is going to go, or whether I'm going to put it up or not. Gnosis and the Shapeshifter. I'm getting for you, it's like it's just kind of like that day after energy of like not being able to remember the night before and thinking, I don't know, I can't distinguish fact from fantasy. I don't know what really happened and what was a dream. It's making me think of my mum. Like, I rang my mum this week and she's really getting quite poorly now. She's on a lot of medication. And I rang her and she picked up the phone and she was insisting that she'd rang me. And I was like, no, Mum, I just rang you. He picked up the phone. She was like, no, I just rang you. I just rang you. I was like, you didn't know. You didn't know, Mom. And so I kind of like, I thought I don't want to kind of contradict her too much. So I was like, maybe we both rang each other at the same time. You know, I kind of made up a reason for it. But no, yeah, it was funny. And I think I got her in that kind of dream space where her mind was playing tricks on her. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. So let's read these cards. The Shapeshifter and Gnosis. Again, Cappy had the Shapeshifter as well in their underlying. I definitely remember seeing it. The Trickster. This energy has been coming out all in this set of readings, this Trickster energy, since actually probably the tail end of the last set of readings. And that's why I did, I've got a Tell Me Anything for All Signs on Eris, and this Trickster energy that's coming through in my readings. And it's like tricks of the mind. It keeps coming through with like the Seven of Swords card. Very suspicious of whatever it is. The trickster, the elusive, the formless. The shapeshifter has a love of theatre, games and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing, only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is the side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the Shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope. Funny that I was saying it was like, you know, I was saying like the glitter. It's almost like what's on this card, right? But this kind of like lizard print on the back of this card with the multicoloredness of it. I was saying I could see like just like it's like my vision was all glittery. A kaleidoscope rather than a single focus lens. At any moment the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for a solid ground. Dancing long term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our centre. Alright, this is going back again to another Tell Me Anything reading from 2 weeks ago, because I'm seeing the diamond here. Can you see this diamond pattern in the centre of this Gnosis card? And it's going back to the energy work that I do, where I depict this this diamond and how you can shine a light through it. It's multifaceted. You can show different facets of the diamond, but you can also see through it. And you know, that light's going to refract into all the different colours. I talk about this a lot in my readings. The diamond kind of changed into it was like a black diamond with a very, very mirrored, shiny surface. So it was kind of like this kaleidoscope. It was like this diamond given back to me, but it was like this. It was like every facet of this diamond was covered in this kind of colourful, glittery surface, where the inside was being kept hidden. So where with a Libra, right? A Libra's the diamond. So you can shine the light through it, see right through it, see every facet, you know, you can fully inspect it, you know what it is. This is talking about somebody who's more, they're hiding something, they've got something within that they're hiding. So therefore they're presenting with this mirrored surface that's designed to trick, right? It's reflecting the colours. So again, I had this thing about like the surface of the water. There's something about image or like what's on the surface that's designed to trick. It's ever shifting. The shifting is part of the protection, right? It's protecting what's within. So I don't know what this is on a more grounded level. I told you this reading is going to be a bit out there. So it's coming through with kind of like, I just went quiet as I was getting what I'm getting. There could be somebody who's a performer. I'm also getting Cancer's energy, because Cancer had something similar. They were getting Cleopatra, oh, I can't remember the quote now because I'm not in their reading, I'm in your reading, but they had this this energy of this kind of like constantly changing energy. It's like, are you constantly entertained because I'm forever changing? So it's coming through with the visuals that they're showing me. It's like a performance. It's someone on a stage, because they're also giving me Razzle Dazzle, which is Chicago. It's like keep them confused, keep them entertained with the razzle dazzle. Like the performance, like what's been, it's like that magician energy, that Eris energy. It's like look over here while I pick your wallet, you know, look at this card trick while I pick your pockets. It's that kind of energy. It's whatever's bright and shiny, it's a distraction, because they don't want you to look beyond the surface. They only want you to look at they're giving me a lot of stuff from other readings. So it's like the image, the surface is constantly changing, it's constantly moving, it's constantly shifting. You know, seeing different, it's like almost like the energy of Ovid. Ovid's Metamorphosis is one of my favourite pieces of poetry, because he constantly like sets them up to knock them down. He establishes rules and then he questions the rules in that kind of Socratic way. So it's constantly the metamorphosis, right? It's in the name itself. It's this ever shifting, ever changing. They're giving me like coat of many colours. You know, like, is that Jason Donovan? It's Jesus, right? The coat of many colours. I don't know. But it's the showman. Now they're giving me the greatest show. I'm getting a lot of like stage references. So somebody could definitely be a bit of a performer, like an actor on the stage, constantly changing their look, you know, changing their hairstyle, wearing wigs, doing the makeup differently, wearing different clothes. It's almost like a spy, right? It's a spy, like wearing something different every day. It's very, very changeable, very mutable, very... But it's all part of the show. It's part of the act. But here we go. Be wary though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. When light, vibrant, adaptive, humorous. When dark, charlatan, people-pleasing, trickery. Go deeper, Cindy Sherman. I don't know who that is, so I need to look at that. The shapeshifter is related to the mask. Notice if these cards come up together in one reading. If so, you are dealing in the realm of heavy theatre, illusion, and possibly deception. The ultimate shapeshifter works undercover in service of the greater good. The diminished shapeshifter becomes a people-pleaser. Giving me that coat of many colours song, but I can't. Joseph in his Technicolor Dreamcoat. I close my eyes. I don't know why I keep on getting Jason Donovan. I had a dream about Jason Donovan. He was a bus driver. So I was singing his songs back at him, but I think I was singing a Rick Astley song at him. I closed my eyes. Right, what is it? I closed my eyes, drew back the curtains to see for certain what I thought I knew. Far, far away. The dawn was breaking and the world was shaking. Any dream will do. This thing about dreams, right? There's something, a flash of light, my golden cloak flew out of sight. The colours faded into darkness, I was left alone. I'm surprised at how much I can remember of this song. We sang it in school for a while. And in the east, the dawn was breaking. Any dream will do. Any dream will do. Let's get the nature of the shapeshifter. The Chariot definitely could be a Cancerian you're dealing with, or somebody with strong Cancer in the chart. And the Nine of Voices. This Nine of Voices, Nine of Swords keeps coming out. Aquarius had it twice. So again, talking about the dreamscape, right? But you can see how she's cloaked. Oh, somebody's cloaking, I swear to God. You can see this kind of... It's like when people have a green screen, right? So maybe you're talking to somebody on Zoom and they have a green screen, but maybe they have like a green top on so that the image that's projected onto the green screen is also projected onto the clothes. Somebody could have done this as a Halloween thing. If you've had like Zoom, like a Halloween Zoom thing, this could have been part of someone's costume, right? To have this kind of disappearing act thing going on. Somebody could have played around with that. But yeah, this, like, it's like when you're sleeping, where do you go? And again, with this kind of glittery, I don't know, my golden cloak flew out of sight. This kaleidoscope, glittery, golden thing. Aquarius also had that. Aquarius had this kind of like golden net, this golden webbing. And even with her skirt as well, look. Even with her skirt, it's like her skirt is part of the background. So there's definitely this illusion. Character coming through. Let's read these cards. So the Chariot then. Confident willpower, control, determination, movement, travel, believing in yourself, taking care not to harm others, moving fearlessly towards a dream, maneuvering different forces in the same direction, and knowing where you want to go. Prompt, the ritual of will. She burned her plan into her mind's eye and into her heart. Uphill or downhill, she is determined to get there, and nothing will stand in her way. Drawing down the power of the cosmos into her solar plexus, all of her willpower pours into the night and etches her path into the sand. 1,000 horses thunder onto the grounds below her as she stretches her hands to connect into their galloping energy. The horses have different ideas about where they want to run to. Some pull left and some pull right, but the chariot muse, with all her resolve and determination, coaxes these wild beauties onto the right track. She wants to remind you that your will is your magic and that your purpose will guide your steps forward. Move ahead confidently, because with steady, controlled movements, you will see your dream in the distance and catch it. Any dream will do. You will see your dream in the distance and catch it. What does he say in that song? It was almost like a dream. Any dream will do. It was almost like a dream. You will see your dream in the distance and catch it. Charioteer, ride through the night, the ocean's times and places. See the goal, release your light, determined forward paces. So what's the Nine of Voices? I mean, I know what these cards mean. I'm just reading what they... because this is the Muse Tarot, it's got beautiful descriptions of the cards. So I kind of want to see what the book says. Nightmares, night terrors, illusions, anxiety, worry keeping you up at night, insomnia, fear, processing difficulties, stress or fear affecting function. Prompt, screaming to sleep. For many moons, she has been sleeping in that halfway place of unrest, in that bardo place of Aquarius's reading, right? The place where worry has crept into the sides of her mind and kept her from the deep slumber she so desired. Her eyes would close effortlessly as her body said yes to stillness, but the mind was a canyon full of memories to retrieve and process. I feel like somebody could definitely have strong Cancer in the chart or be dealing with a Cancerian, because Cancers often have a lot of... they spend a lot of time going over the past in the mind. They spend a lot of time processing. They're the sign that's least able to let go of the past. Her pillow never seemed to have enough space to hold it all. Even her memory started to fade into the liminal with her nightmares. When this lack of respite also creeps into your waking hours and you find your mind spinning without relief, allow the muse to blanket you from above. Your fears are but illusions of the future. While in the present place you are safe and held and loved. Quiet your mind. Even when it seems far too simple, the answer is always love. Remember this, and being mindful of your circadian clock, let your healing rest take over. Hello Muse, hello Stardust, drenched in magic, your ripened eyes without ruse, and in full trust of your truth shall you rise. So there's definitely something here, because what did that shapeshifter card say? Dancing long-term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. So there is something here where it feels exhausting. Whatever this is, whatever this ever-changing dream, this ever-changing landscape is for you, you have to be authentic. This keeps coming through so much in every single reading. You have to be true to your own heart. You have to know what are your rules, right? Not the rules of society around you. What rules do you have for yourself, and why? Do they fit you? Do they serve you? What is your truth? So I feel like somebody's dealing with somebody who's very it's almost like they're casting an illusion, right? They're casting a like a glamour spell, right? Not literally. It's like it's their nature to be changeable. It's their nature to be to keep people guessing. Definitely Cancerian energy. I swear Cancer had this in their reading as well. It's like keep them guessing, keep them entertained, keep them curious, keep them hooked. Right? It's like that. It's like the hook, line, and sinker. They're telling me. Give me more on this character here. But that's part of the spell of Cancerian energy. The frog is a card about depression for me, and the Nine of Voices can be depression. Tell me more about this energy, please. I don't feel like this is you, Pisces. I feel like this is that Eris energy that's been coming in to my readings. This trickster energy, this confusion. Time to pack my bags and what is it? She said, time to pack my bags and time to just move on. She says, Johnny, I'm gone, gone, gone. And she was gone. So there's somebody who's very transitory. They've got a bit of a wandering spirit. There's somebody who... I'm getting kind of like almost like I'm sorry, it's the best word that I can find at the moment, but I'm not talking about travellers, but if you talk about that kind of like romanticized gypsy spirit, you know, somebody who doesn't want to settle down, because the Four of Wands is the Temp card. It talks about where do you put your roots down, where are your solid foundations, where do you build a home, where do you build a family, where do you build a life. But you can see these people are free, they're outside of that. So this is talking to me about somebody who's very, perhaps they like that kind of hippie lifestyle, you know, that kind of, perhaps they like to escape from reality using substances. Perhaps they enjoy being kind of a bit of a free spirit. You know, their heart's up and down, they're constantly moving, kind of like they're showing me... Now, they're giving me the name Desdemona, which is the character from Othello, which is not the energy that I'm getting at all. So I don't know why they're giving me that name. Again, perhaps this is somebody who's an actor or an actress. Perhaps this person played Desdemona. But I can see her and I can't get a name because I keep getting Desdemona. It's the woman from Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame. She's kind of like this gypsy spirit. Esmeralda, right? Like an Esmeralda character. She's intriguing, she's mysterious, she's the Queen of New Orleans, she's intoxicating, she's a lot of fun to be around, but she's never gonna stop, she's never gonna be pinned down, right? She's packing her bag, she's moving on, she's gone, she's out of there, right? She's off. Johnny, I'm gone, gone, gone. So then there's this crossroads. So it could be somebody that's hard to let go of, right? Somebody who's... They're just giving me like Russell Crowe as well. Are you not entertained? It's like this is all this person knows how to do. This person doesn't know how to stick around, I want to say. This person's like... again, I don't feel like it's your energy, Pisces, so I don't know who this is. This person, they're like... maybe they're like a travelling entertainer, right? Maybe they're part of a circus. Maybe this is like a past life or something. There's some sort of entertainers. They put on this image, they put on this show to protect themselves. They find it hard to stick around because if they stuck around, people would see who they truly were, and perhaps their true self is boring, right? And it's like, oh, I'm scared. It's like everybody loves the razzle dazzle. So if I show them my real me, the boring side of me, the kind of pain in the arse side, are they going to love me? And it's almost like, I'm going to leave before you love me. Leave before you love me. That's a song. I gotta leave before you love me. Yeah, they're not allowing themselves, they're not allowing people to let them get close to them, right? It's really coming through this kind of fear of, it's like it's an insecurity, it's a fear of letting people down. It's something about them where it's like they're scared. I feel like they feel like they're not good enough in some sort of way, or they feel like they're gonna mess it up. It's like, it's almost like the kind of Harley Quinn energy, right? Of there's a scene in not Birds of Prey, what's the other one? Suicide Squad, where she's got this fantasy of like being in the kitchen and having this baby and having this kind of like perfect life, but that's not who she is, you know? And it's like, well, what happens if I had that? What happens if I got married and had kids? And what happens if I messed it up, you know? It's somebody who doesn't trust themselves. Just getting that Leave Before You Love Me song, where it's almost like more empowering for this person to keep people in this Five of Cups energy, where it's like they want everybody to love them, right? They crave the attention, they crave the adoration, they crave keeping people hooked, because that's empowering to them. It gives them a network to pull on. It's like, oh, I don't have anywhere to sleep tonight, I'll ring that person up and see if they want to spend the night with me, and I'll crash on the sofa, you know? It's like it's very selfish energy at the root of it. I don't think they're doing it for a selfish reason. I think they're doing it because they're scared of letting anyone get close, and it's almost like a survival instinct to kind of keep everybody entertained, to keep people wanting more, to keep people on this kind of hooked energy. Because then they've got people that they can call up. It's like, I know that person sat waiting for me to ring, so I'll ring them, and then, you know, I'll have a safe place to go. But they're using people. I don't know who this is. It does not feel like you, Pisces. But there's a lesson here as well. There's a lesson here of, okay, you might love this person, but they're never going to settle down. They're never going to give you what you want, right? Yeah, sure, you're going to have a wild night with them. Sure, they're going to be so much fun, but, you know, sure, you might crave another night with that person, but at the end of the day, they're keeping you chained to them, right? Keeping you chained. And it's not just you. I feel like there's a lot of people who get chained by this person. There's a controlling element as well. Emotional control, right? Emotionally pulling people's strings. Doesn't feel healthy. I'm not judging this person. I think, you know, they are who they are. But I think there's healthier ways of them. Healthier ways for this person to be who they are without exploiting people and keeping them chained. Without keeping all these horses in this Five of Cups energy. Because I want to say that this act that they put on is coming from a place of hurt within themselves. It's coming from a place of them not actually having any self-confidence or value in who they are as a person. So that's why they're constantly moving, so that people don't see. They don't see what's behind that surface, you know? They're actually a really, really sad person. Sad energy. All right, let's go to Gnosis. There's somebody who's not comfortable with who they are, right? Somebody who's not comfortable with their true self, with their insides. So they put an act on of who they, you know, it's who they pretend to be. I want to say that they crave love, they crave attention, but they can't let anyone get close because they're terrified of being seen for who they truly are and people not loving them. Like the orphan card came out, strong abandonment issues here, fear of attachment. Okay, so gnosis, innermost knowing, mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures, in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling, and not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip towards mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Again, such a strong connection with both Capricorn's reading and Cancer's reading. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. When light, contemplating the mystery, unanswerable questions. When dark, over-intellectualizing and literalizing and asking others. Go deeper. Bruce Norman's The True Artist Helps the World by Revealing Mystic Truths. This card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concern themselves with revealing mystic truths. Those who say they know, don't. And those who say they don't know, know. So this knowing and not knowing and being okay with not knowing. Being comfortable with the transitory nature of dream stuff, right? Accepting that you're not going to have all the answers and accepting that that's the truth. The truth is that you're not going to get all the answers. The truth is that sometimes the answers don't add up. Sometimes the answers aren't the answers you want and sometimes the answers don't make sense, and that's okay. It's part of the whole. I'm sorry, they're telling me to get the cards out that came out when I was doing the pre-shuffle. I'm looking at this here with the mirror. Sorry. It's not the easiest deck to handle. Maybe I should pause. Maybe I should pause. But maybe I won't pause. There's something to do with, like, you know, the facets of a diamond where, you know, you're only seeing one part of the self. You're only seeing one side of a person. And it's like you see different jigsaw pieces of this person and those pieces don't add up and you know they don't add up. There's something about accepting that about this person, accepting that this person's... There you go, there's the mirror. Do you see this kind of shard energy? It's like that's this missing piece. And this is what I saw when I first got that, again doing energy work, I first got that diamond given back to me with this kind of mirrored surface. And you can see like all the sparkles on it. It was like every single facet was playing a different TV screen for me. It was like I was looking at all these different stories, all these different facets of what created a person. And then there's the orphan there as well, right? It's like this is what's inside this diamond of a personality. Is what's actually in is a damaged inner child, and the, you know, the orphan, the abandonment issues, the feeling alone, feeling scared to be vulnerable, being scared to let somebody in and see this injured child within. But then this protective spirit, I want to say that this cloaking, this shapeshifter, duplicitous energy is actually protecting that inner child. Complicated reading. Okay, so tell me more about Gnosis. What's Gnosis? The Hierophant. Yeah, this is deep. This is deep stuff. What was that line? Deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies. The eternal mystery is calling to you. Look at this Hierophant card. A spiritual teacher finding the guru within, failing or outdated systems, crumbling institutions or beliefs, newfound faith, shiny and hollow things, a spiritual journey. Institutionalized kindness, the orphan and institutionalized kindness. Somebody could have gone through an adoption system, a foster care system, something like this. The tiny traveller has journeyed so far to be here in this place with this muse of perfection and light. And when she finally arrives at the foot of this oracle, she hopes that her guru will see her and gift her a slice, right, this mirror, this slice, a slice of wisdom as the result of her unwavering faith. Wanting to make sure she performs the ritual perfectly, she starts a small fire to warm her soul and begins to craft her devotional lantern, as most do when they arrived at this place. As she works, a voice floods her awareness. Sweet soul, thank you for visiting me. I ask you to look at the form in front of you. Are you worshipping me for the way I look? Or are you worshipping me for the way I act? Or do we worship the same? Aren't we the same, you and I? The muse winks and continues. And therein lies the secret, beautiful heart. I see you. I see your profound inner wisdom. And I see that now it is time to lead yourself in service. Dear teacher, sacred mentor, dear loving leader guide, I am deeply grateful for your heart, untethered net cast wide. I am deeply grateful for your heart, untethered net cast wide. Aquarius had the net. I want to say, what are you worshipping and why are you worshipping it? Who are you worshipping and why are you worshipping them? What are you craving outside yourself that you should be trying to find within, right? What is the missing piece for you? What are you missing inside yourself? Right, so what is your dream? Giving me, you know the film Pretty Woman? There's this guy at the beginning and end of the movie where he's going, what's your dream? What's your dream? Everyone comes to Hollywood, has a dream. What's your dream? What's your dream, Pisces? What is that thing outside of yourself that you're craving? I want to say that it's just reflecting something back at you that you feel is missing within. So you want to be whole and you don't need anything outside yourself to be whole, all right? Wholeness comes from within. Wholeness comes from authenticity, knowing who you are, having everything you need within you, right? Connecting to source. What are you craving? Why are you craving it? Why do you see it as a missing piece? And when you really come to terms with that and you look to find that within, you don't need it outside of you anymore, right? You found your dream. Your dream's already within you. Maybe some of you are like, yeah, no, my dream is to have $1 million and I don't have that within me. Like, okay, but why is your dream to have $1 million? What would that give you? It give you what? A sense of accomplishment. It would give you a sense of security. Why don't you have that now? What is within you that is craving that, right? Go deeper, deeper, deeper. Peel that onion. Tell me more about the Hierophant and Gnosis. This is a deep, deep, profound truth though. And again, Capricorn's reading had this. It was like this real, like, wandering in the desert energy, meeting the coyote that speaks to you, like the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland, right? Who are you? Who are you, Pisces? Giving me Jefferson Aeroplane. The sun, look at that, clarity. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you're getting some kind of clarity. Again, it's going back and looking at the past, your childhood, becoming the person that you craved as a child, right? Parenting yourself. The Sun card, beautiful clarity, revelation, freedom from whatever it was that kept you chained in the past. I want to say that the illusion is finally broken. Again, you can go back to the start of this set of readings. Before Aries, I did a reading for all signs about the illusion and the mirrored surface and Narcissus and Narcissus breaking the illusion, breaking the spell, and you know, something breaking that surface of the water so that he couldn't see his reflection anymore. The spell would be broken, and he'd finally have some truth and clarity. So this mirrored surface of this diamond, the spell is going to be broken. Somebody's going to get a deep, profound truth. It's going to give somebody freedom and happiness. How is this going to come in? It's going to come in through deep soul searching. It's going to come in through rest, relaxation, allowing yourself bed rest, allowing yourself self-care, allowing yourself to dream until you reach this profound truth. It's the only way to do it. And then you get the revival, then you get the second chance, then you get the second wind, then you close out a huge chapter of your life and you move on to something brand new. And it feels like your soul's calling because you've connected to something within. And it's amazing, and it's beautiful, and it's great. Pisces, ending this, it's like coming full circle with you. It's like really learning all the lessons and closing things out. Because I always say that one theory is that you have multiple lives on Earth, and you have a life as each sign, starting with Aries, right? That Fool energy in the tarot, the baby of the zodiac. You start in Aries energy, where you jump into life ready to learn lessons, ready to make mistakes, ready to have experiences, and then you progress through each sign. You have the experience of every aspect of the zodiac until finally you land on Pisces, and it's your last life on Earth, and you finally find that missing piece of the puzzle. You complete that soul's journey, and you go off to wherever you go to when you kind of level up, right? It's a theory. You can either work with it or work without it, but again, it's learning all the lessons of the zodiac. What does each sign have to teach us? And I feel like I've really been on that journey here and closed out again with this kind of Cancerian energy. It's like the fourth sign of the zodiac coming through into the later signs, where it's like finally you see that truth, you get that inner wisdom, and you can ascend. You can go, you can really close out that cycle. It could be breaking some kind of ancestral pattern, and you go forward into a bright new future. Like, look at that, the Judgment card in the Sun. That is incredibly hopeful. That is incredibly uplifting. So I'm just hearing the spell is broken. I'm hearing liberation. I'm dropping cards on the floor. So we've got three. No, we've got four. Commander Ashtar, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, and Archangel Haniel. Look at that. You've got the Judgment. I'm not being funny. Pisces, you've got the Judgment card and three angels. Three archangels. Neighbours shouting at the dog. Okay, I'm not going to read everything, but we'll get kind of a bit of an overview of each. So, Commander Ashtar. Keywords: galactic guide, starseed, space travel. There's a starman waiting in the sky. Commander Ashtar is an intergalactic ascended master. He works with other ascended star beings and their intergalactic council to help planet Earth reach higher levels of consciousness, love, and wisdom. Commander Ashtar can help you connect with the stars and your own star origin. Supporting starseeds, anyone who feels their soul originated on another planet or just has a deep connection to the stars, is one of Commander Ashtar's roles, and he can help you feel more at home on this planet and remember your own galactic mission. The Oracle. We're all made of stars, right? We're all made of stardust. If everything came from one initial bang, if you're buying into that theory, one moment of creation, then we're all made of the same star stuff. The Oracle, you have a galactic mission to help support this planet in reaching higher levels of consciousness. Help in whatever way you feel called. Okay. Number 2. What's behind door number 2? Archangel Raphael, healing, health, and intuition. Archangel Raphael appears in many of the world's religious texts and belief systems, including Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, and he is a central figure of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints. His name means God heals, and he is recognized as a healing angel in many religions and spiritual belief systems, as well as being available to call on any kinds of healing. So this is healing here, such as physical healing, emotional healing, heart healing, spiritual or energetic healing. Raphael is also considered a patron saint of medical workers and hey friend, and healers, travelers and sailors, and a protector of pilgrims. Archangel Raphael aligns with the third eye and heart chakras. He can help you gain a deeper understanding of unity consciousness and to know that whatever you heal within yourself, you also do for others. The Oracle. Give yourself permission to heal and rest. Take time for your own self-healing. You cannot drink from an empty cup. Again, that's going back to Cappy and Cancer's readings, the empty cup, or trying to hold something without having a cup, right? You need both. You need the cup and you need the fluid, and you need there's some kind of combination there that needs to happen. Keywords: environmental guardian of the earth and abundance. Archangel Ariel's name means lioness of God, and she is fierce. She's the fierce and loving guardian and protector of the earth. She has a deep love and reverence for the natural world, especially the animals. Archangel Ariel can support you in healing and activating the root chakra, helping you with any issues relating to abundance and making sure all your material needs are met. Archangel Ariel can help you connect more deeply to the earth and the divine flow of abundance found in nature. The Oracle. Be open to receiving the divine flow of earthly abundance available to you. Archangel Haniel. Psychic ability, moon cycles, and friendship. This is a very Piscean card. Just looking at this, immediately I see about 3 people who are like 3 friends who are Pisces. She just looks like Pisces, right? I mean, maybe not. Maybe you don't look anything like that, but to me, it's like, yeah, I recognize that person. That's my Pisces friends. Archangel Haniel is aligned with the energy of the moon and can help you connect to the moon and its cycles, as well as work with the cycles of your own body, the world around you, the seasons, equinoxes, etc., and the cycles of your own life. Aligned with the throat, heart, and third eye chakras, Archangel Haniel is a powerful ally to call in when doing any kind of psychic development or intuitive work. The Oracle. Intuitively honor the cycles of your life. Allow yourself time to rest, go slow, as well as bloom and thrive. All right, Pisces, I hope that was helpful to you. So you're definitely being called to take some time out to rest and have that self-care that you need. If you need time, take time, and just allow yourself to rest in whatever energy you're asking about, right? Allow yourself some time with your own thoughts and feelings on whatever. I feel like it's something to do with this over on this side, this kind of chameleon shapeshifter energy that you're trying to come to terms with. You're trying to find some kind of truth there. And I want to say that you will have this kind of epiphany. You will find this deep, deep soul truth. And then it's going to allow you to complete this rest cycle, this healing cycle, and move on to something that's very, very new and fresh and feels very divinely guided. And I think it's going to help. I think it's going to be, for you, some kind of path that leads you to work to help heal others who have also been through similar experiences. So again, I talk about it a little bit in Aquarius's reading. I've been watching this TV show called Maid, and she eventually, without giving you too many spoilers, she goes through a lot of very difficult experiences, and she comes to a point where she uses her own specific skills and talents in order to help a group of other people who've had similar experiences. And I can see you doing something like that. So whether it's like perhaps it feels like it's something to do with health with this Archangel Raphael. So it could be to do with spiritual health, physical healing, or even like emotional healing. I feel like you're going to connect to other people who perhaps have similar wounded inner child work to do, and you're going to be able to help them. It's understanding, perhaps this is you, like the way you acted when you were younger or something like that, or perhaps it's somebody in your life who you recognize the show that they put on as being a cover for something some deep healing work that they need to do within. So it's I think it's recognizing something about the front that other people put up because it's something that you've been through for yourself, and you recognize because you're going to complete this healing cycle and have this, it's a huge amount of heart healing here with this Sun card. It feels like emotional, spiritual healing, because you actually complete this for yourself. And it can just be one aspect as well. I think we're all continually healing from multiple things, but whatever this is showing me that you reach this deep, profound truth that's incredibly healing for you, and that you can use this to shine a light onto other people's experiences and really connect with that inner wounded child to help them live a more authentic life where they don't have to be quite so fleeting. But I want to also say, Pisces, it's not your job to save everybody. I think that is a quality of Pisces where you really, really root for the underdog. You really, really connect with the people who are struggling. And you want to go in like that knight in shining armor sometimes, like you've got this Knight of Swords. You want to go in to rescue people, right? They're showing me the dodo where people go in and like rescue like puppies off the street. It's like you want to do that. You want to go in, you want to heal everybody, you want to take everybody under your wing. You know, perhaps you're this guy, like angel on earth. You know, if anyone's going to be an angel on earth, it's probably going to be a Pisces. But you want to take people under your wing, you want to protect people, you want to guide people, and you want to... Pisces has a tendency to give too much of themselves in order to try and heal others. Again, I talk about Pisces Venus quite a lot, or even Pisces Mars placements, definitely motivated by wanting to be that knight in shining armor for other people. And you're brilliant at it. You know, it's good that you do that. That kind of nurturing impulse that you have to protect and mother other people is very honourable. It's one of the best reasons to do something right. But on the flip side of that, Pisces is a energy that's often taken advantage of, and taken advantage of for too long. Sometimes you have to set people free. Sometimes you have to let people go to make mistakes, because if you're constantly saving the day, that's creating a dependency on you, where, you know, you're constantly putting a plaster on that wound, and that wound is never actually healing, it's just festering, because they're not doing anything to heal it themselves. So sometimes you have to pull away, and it's so hard to do. It's one of the hardest things to do, because it goes against all your natural instincts, right? To see somebody who needs help and to be like, I am not helping you. But sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to draw that boundary, because only by struggling, only by floundering, does this person finally... they're showing me a visual of somebody who's in shallow water, but they're panicking and they think they're drowning, but actually all they need to do is put their feet down, and then they can stand up and they'll be fine. But they don't know that if you constantly come and pull them out of the water, they'll never find their feet if you don't let them struggle a little bit. So you can be there with your safety net. What was that thing about your net cast wide, right? You can be there ready with your safety net, ready on the beach with that towel, right? Ready to bundle them up in that kind of like warm angel wing energy of yours, and to tell them that everything's safe and everything's fine, and, you know, they're secure and they're okay. You can be there ready, but you have to, because there could be an attachment issue on your end as well, where Pisces can sometimes create codependency, where people rely on Pisces because Pisces has a need to be needed. So be wary of that in yourself. And I'm not saying that that's a terrible thing. It's probably one of the best shadow aspects anyone can have, right? Is to be overly helpful. But you have to let people make mistakes. You have to let people struggle a little bit so that they learn to help themselves, right? It's like an example is like my son. He can't tie his shoelaces, and I would always do it for him, and he never had the opportunity to kind of like learn for himself. And so I tried to let him learn for himself, but now he's got those kind of like, you know, the toggle things, because he'd just constantly be running around with like loose shoelaces. But at least I gave him the opportunity to try. At least I tried to teach him how to do it himself. In one day, eventually, he's going to have to learn, right? But I don't know, there's that kind of energy. Pisces, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Look at this Knight of Swords twice as well. Yeah, Pisces coming in like a knight in shining armour, a white horse coming in to save the day. Just an analogy, my stepdad's Pisces, and I once got on the wrong train with a little trail of children with me. I was like this little gaggle of children, and I somehow managed to get on the wrong train. It was something to do with the train station though. I want to say it wasn't my fault because there were other people on the same train who'd also got on the wrong train. And I was like, oh no, what do I do? But luckily it stopped near my stepdad's house. And I rang him and said, will you come and pick us up, please? And take us home because I've got children with me and I don't want to have to get the train back into Manchester and then back out again. And he came, I remember him turning into the road in his hybrid car, right, with his little England flag flying. And he came in like my knight in shining armour to save the day, to save this stranded woman and this gaggle of children. And he really was my knight in shining armour in that moment. So very much Piscean energy. Really gorgeous. Just like I say though, does that person really need saving, or are they exploiting your kindness? I don't know. You're making your own choices, Pisces. You go out there saving the day and being gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with that. Take care of yourselves and I will see you again soon. Bye bye, Pisces.